Planet Vero Studios, brought to you by Evergreen Media, creating cohesive marketing campaigns. Evergreen Media in Vero Beach.
Chris Nolan grew up in New York until he joined the U.S. Marine Corps in 1996. He then joined the U.S. Capitol Police until making the transition to real estate. Shortly after, the Nolan Group was formed. They continue to strive for the best possible experience for buyers and sellers. How can they help you in your journey? And now, here's The Nolan Show with your host, Chris Nolan.
Hey everybody, welcome back to The Nolan Show, and so glad you decided to join us for a little while. Hope you're having a great day out there. I'm here in the office. We got Heather Lewis, my co-host. How you doing, Heather?
I'm doing great.
Glad
to be here.
You had a bunch of stuff going on here recently, right?
Oh yeah, this weekend was pretty crazy. I loved it.
They unleashed you and Tracy on the Jacksonville community,
yes,
from what I hear.
Yes, we did. All the surroundings of Jacksonville, it was great. We stayed up there and stayed overnight and showed homes on Saturday and Sunday to really good friends of mine, and we found a great home up there.
Awesome.
But we saw many. We wanted to see resale and new. There's still, you're looking for a new build. I mean, you can close on a lot of them, depending on what your price range, depending on what they have available. Close within 30 days.
Yeah,
Move
it is
in.
pretty neat. And you did pretty good for your clients up there, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. We went to a few different new builds. There's a lot of new builds up there, and we were looking in. I think we started in Middleburg. We were looking in St. Augustine, and then we ended up in Yulee. Yulee, okay. Great town. It's built up a lot and still growing. We ended up with D.R. Horton. D.R. Horton, okay. Of course, we've worked with D.R. Horton a lot, right. And there's a lot of great builders up there, and they were all fantastic. But D.R. Horton had some great models, had great properties left, and for a quick move in.
Right. Mm-hmm.
There's plenty of properties if you're still looking to build, but we were on a time crunch, so we needed to be in by the first week of April.
Okay.
And
so
we were able to do that. Yep. Oh, absolutely. So we did find something, and they we did really, really well. So not only all of our closing costs paid, and we had leftovers for prepaids.
Okay.
And then also, I mean, we got all kinds of things like screen in porch. We got the porch screened in, blinds, garage door openers. It was awesome. Yeah. So we made out.
D.R. Horton is, for anybody that doesn't know who they are, they're a large national builder. They do a lot of great things. They're a track builder, so you know, right. It's like buying a resale because they're already done. But they are, for what they are, they're great, and price is good. They're super. They have great, just great systems all around. Now, if you're considering this, you still want to use a realtor when you're going into a new home community, because you need somebody to look out for your benefits, right?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, yes.
So make sure that you get exactly what you're paying for. And obviously, they're great, but there's mistakes that happen and stuff. So we want to make sure that our clients get the best possible service.
Yep.
And that's our job.
It sure is. It sure is. And we did.
And so you were up in Jacksonville and you spent all weekend there.
I did. Actually, it was Tracy and I. So anybody listening, I know Tracy's been on quite a few times, but Tracy, one of our teammates, we went up and spent the weekend. It was so much fun. We had a great time.
So did you get to do anything fun while you're up there?
Besides, yes, we did. We went out to, some restaurants, and we went out to the beach and sent you a funny video wishing you good morning. Yes, we won't repeat that online. But we did. We were working, so we didn't have a lot of time, because Saturday night we got back after showing houses all day, and I needed to book homes for Sunday. So, and we were still undecided on, they thought one area, but of course went another area. So we didn't get to really go out there and explore. I know Jacksonville very well and the areas, but and we know it even better now too.
Yeah.
But yes, what were you going to say?
So your clients came down here with a particular area in mind.
Yes. And
then they wound up buying in another area because it suited their needs better.
Yes.
Okay. So that actually it leads into a lot of what we're doing here now. Because what we're doing is we have for most of you guys who know, we have agents that service most of the state of Florida, and a lot of people are in that scenario, right? They don't know exactly what community, where they want to be. So what we're doing is we have the whole team out there, and they're going to be videoing you whenever they can, various different homes, doing home tours. We're going to be videoing the different communities, businesses, new builds, resales. Yeah. So that this way, guys, you can check out our videos. You'll be able to get a little bit of an insight into the different areas around Florida, so you can start to narrow in on exactly what you're looking for, because every area in Florida, they're all great, but they have different personalities.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I have a client right now. He is not buying for another 6 months because they're renting, and he was looking in Vero, but then the surrounding areas, I wanted him to see some different areas around. So what I'll do is send links to different things going on. Okay. So whether it's, I just recently sent a client, fun things to do, whether they have kids or they don't have kids or whatever, like drive-ins and different functions, like what is it that we go to? Like the big farmers markets they have all over the place, and they have, gun shows, whatever your client's into. So it was really great to be able to do that and just send them, hey, check out this area, because they're still trying to figure out exactly where they want to be.
Well, I love it too, because we have tons and tons of parks.
We do.
I mean, you can actually go out and not have to spend a dime, and you can have a really nice day out just by cruising these different parks. You have walking trails, bicycle trails, all different stuff, just depending on where you want to go.
Talking about that, there's a walking trail in this neighborhood that they found in Yoli, but a couple doors down, they can go to the ramp for the kayaks, and they can kayak. But it was hilarious because one of my friends, she said, "There's not alligators in there, is there?" Well, it's Florida. It's definitely alligators in there. We still kayak, just don't feed them.
Yeah, you don't
feed the alligators. Yeah.
And you don't want to play a prank on your friends and tie like a chicken neck to the back of their kayak. Not a good idea.
Is that something you did, Chris?
We don't talk about it. But
I love it. But no, it was great. There is a lot of the communities are offering so much. And then you may want a community that doesn't. I didn't want, certain things, so I didn't go into a community. I mean, there's pluses and minuses to all of it. It just depends on what you want.
Absolutely, yeah. And then depending on what you want to do with the property too. If you want to Airbnb it, I just got off the phone with a gentleman that wants to purchase properties to do Airbnbs with.
Right.
So obviously, depending on restrictions, we can't go into certain communities.
Same thing with I just got off the phone with one, and they actually live in Florida, but looking a little bit further north, and like you said, certain counties just do not allow, depending on the ordinances.
Yeah. So, but no matter what you're looking for, it's here someplace.
Yeah.
You just got to know where to look. And that's why we're going to be doing all these videos.
Too, yes.
And make sure all of our people, and the whole team's on board. They're all excited to do it. So we're hoping.
Matt does a lot of businesses now. And a couple of the ladies have been doing new builds and just doing videos of different homes.
I personally do like the new builds. Right, and
they make them so pretty with all the furniture and all the extras. What do you mean?
And yeah, I understand that, but I like seeing them as they're coming together. You see the construction of the walls. You see, where all the plumbing is. You see all everything that goes into them. And I used to, build a lot of homes and work with builders, and it always made me laugh when people would call up frantic about things because they don't build homes. If you're not a home builder. Yeah. And I'll never forget one client and friend of mine called me up because we were building a 2-story home, and they were so upset because the builder had put a beam on the staircase, and there was no way that they were going to be able to go up and down the stairs because they had to duck under this beam. But it was only there because the staircase went in first, and they had to support the staircase. Like, the beam's coming out.
The beam's coming out.
For support. The home is it's not even completed in framing yet.
That's why they don't even want people in it during that process. It's dangerous, too.
And there's liabilities, right? You're in a construction zone, things go wrong, you step on a nail, fall off, whatever. People can get hurt. So
yeah, we did go into a couple builds.
Yeah, and
I mean, a couple builds that were in the middle, but you get permission. You're supposed to get permission.
Yes.
But we did see quite a few like that. But yes, you're right. You just have to be very, very careful.
Well, I know I told you about the couple that was building a home with me, and they broke into the other home to.
Oh, you have to tell that story. Do we have time?
I'll tell you what, let's go ahead and take the break, and then we'll go into that, because that was
a great story.
That was hilarious. So, guys,
I love it.
Stick around. Let's go ahead and take this break real quick so Jesse doesn't yell at us, and we will be right back. Don't go anywhere, everybody.
Affordable Water continues to offer you the best water on the Treasure Coast. Earn a competitive salary and a 401k working weekdays as a delivery driver or water treatment tech. To apply, stop in at Affordable Water in Sebastian at 645 Old Dixie Highway.
Hey, did you hear the latest about our Florida Highwomen?
No, what?
There's a new Highwomen art gallery in Vero Beach.
Really? Where?
1872 Commerce Avenue.
Wow, when's it open?
7 days a week. Call 954-557-6226 for an appointment anytime.
No kidding?
Just call for your appointment, 954-557-6226, and then go to 1872 Commerce Avenue.
Wow, that's good news.
A member of the iTex trading community. Your iTex dollars are welcome.
For 67 years, Sturgis Lumber and Hardware has been here for the people of Vero Beach. Through ups, downs, even hurricanes, Sturgis stands tall, 4 generations strong. Open weekday mornings at 7. Don't go west. Stick with the best. Sturgis Lumber and Hardware.
For those tired of staring at laundry as it piles up, the answer is usually putting it off as long as possible. For most, there's not just another minute to squeeze into a day to get the laundry done. Sunshine Laundries can help. This is Tom Rhodes, owner of Sunshine Laundries, with a reminder that 5 of our locations offer drop-off service. We'll wash, dry, and fold. For locations and hours, we're at sunshinelaundries.com. And with laundromats all along the Treasure Coast.
When you work at A&G Concrete Pools, you'll be swimming in benefits. A&G is hiring, and not only do they lead the industry in paying hard workers, they'll match your 401k, provide insurance, and offer paid vacation time. Stop looking for a job and dive into a new career. Switch to a supportive pool construction environment. A&G Concrete Pools would love to welcome you to the team. Time to lay the foundation for your long-term career. Apply online at ngpools.com. A&G Concrete Pools.
Hey everybody, glad you're still there. Hope you're having a great time. I'm still here in the studio, and I'm here with Heather Lewis. And we were actually just talking about going around and seeing all the different things. And we brought up, for some of you guys that haven't heard it, we were talking about new construction. And people do some silly things, and you're supposed to have permission to go into a home while it's being built.
I know it's tempting.
It's very tempting, right?
It is definitely a liability.
Right? It says, it's like open, like there's no door there, right? You go in.
I know.
So I had this couple. We were under contract building them this semi-custom home, but this particular home was not one of the normal ones that we had like models of and stuff.
Right.
So, but they hadn't seen one actually completed, and we had one that was just about complete. It was actually complete. It was Easter Sunday, and we were closing it that week. So it was done. They were just doing like final cleanings and stuff. And I got a call that somebody was breaking into one of our houses. And of course, I know this thing's closing. It's a whole mess, so I go racing down Easter Sunday. And by the time I got there, the cops got this guy pressed up against the garage door.
I'm sorry, I'm laughing.
Oh, it was ridiculous.
Yeah. Because I know the whole story already. Go ahead.
When I realized it was my client that they had up against the garage door. He had climbed in through the window because he wanted to see what the house looked like, because his house wasn't finished yet.
Oh my God.
And when I asked him why he did that and why he didn't call me, he says, well, I didn't want to bother you on Easter Sunday. I was like, oh, this is so much better. I'm like, this is awesome. Thank you so much.
Jesse, was that you?
No comment.
That's hilarious. I think I would have died.
But I mean, over the years, we've built a lot of houses and things that have gone on. It's just, I told you about the cooler. The guy left the cooler. One of my clients, we were building a house.
Yes, you did tell me about the cooler.
Left the cooler, and then it was an old beat up cooler. I threw it away because it was a garbage on the construction site.
Why did he leave it though? You got to tell everybody why he left it.
Because he wanted to see if it was a high crime area. So he wanted to see if somebody would steal it. Right. It was a piece of junk cooler. I thought it was busted up trash that somebody left behind. I asked everybody. Right. Didn't belong to anybody, so I threw it away.
And mind you, this isn't like a construction zone.
It's a construction site. Yeah. So I mean, it's some fun stuff out there.
I love this. I love it.
But yeah, we get to see all sorts of fun stuff, and buying homes, building homes. whatever you're doing. I know it's stressful, and people have all sorts of things going on. I mean, we talked about the cemetery, right? The cemetery that we were under contract with a friend of mine buying a house with an unmarked cemetery from the 1800s on the property. And he decided, all of a sudden, it didn't bother him when we wrote the contract. Halfway through, he got all upset, called me up, asked me which way the bodies were facing. Right? I mean, that's not in the disclosures.
That doesn't bother me. My mother-in-law was a minister, so she lived, the cemetery was right there. We used to stay there with her. That doesn't bother me. But
they make the best neighbors.
They do.
Right? I mean, they almost never complain.
And you never have to leave.
Yeah. I mean hey. Almost never complain. You always got company. Right? Right?
Right, Jesse? It's the last place you have to move to.
That's right, yeah.
But no, it's a lot of fun. So anyway, yes, we're going to be highlighting our agents in Maryland are going to be doing the same thing. Yes. So we'll be able to bring up the properties and tours of Maryland and some of the surrounding areas here in Florida. We're covering more and more area. We have great agents joining us, and we're going to be highlighting these different things. So at the end of the day, if you guys have a certain area that you're looking for, let us know. We can put that to the top of our list as we're looking for areas to tour for you guys.
Oh, that's a great idea. Yeah, so please tell us, because we will go.
Yeah, if you have an area that you're thinking about, we already most likely have agents in the area. We'll, get it out there and then share it for everybody to see. And obviously, once we figure out, who it is that's looking, that'll set the budget for the area. And then we can find that perfect home.
I love it.
And right now, we have a lot of people that are coming down from different areas. A lot of people that are getting
Michigan, Chicago, Washington, a lot in Maryland too.
Yeah.
Our old stomping ground.
Yeah.
So they just want to come move down here by us, Chris.
Yeah. Well, they keep seeing what the weather's like down here.
I know, it's great. It is.
Which is another reason why we're going to be doing it on the road, so you guys can see it, and it's not just seeing us in the studio.
Oh yeah. And it's so funny because one minute it's raining, the next minute it's the sun's out, and but you need the rain because of the sun.
We do get rain, but it doesn't rain. You have some people with the misconception that it rains all the time.
Oh no,
and it really doesn't. We have a rainy season like every place else, but it's really not bad.
No,
I don't look at the weather report. I just look outside and see if it's raining now.
I just keep an umbrella in because I may go into the store and it was raining, and I come out and it's sunny. It looks like it never rained. Yeah. But we do need the water, so.
Yep. So, unless you're on a motorcycle, and even then, if I go out.
You have rain gear? You keep your rain gear in your.
Usually I leave it at the house. I should carry it with me, but even if I have it with me, I very rarely, if I'm just out for the day, I very rarely put it on.
Well, you really don't need it.
No, you dry
not
right
unless
up.
It's going to be, not unless it's in the middle of rainy season.
Yeah. So, Now, the love bugs. All right, now that's something you want to avoid when you're on the motorcycle. For anybody that doesn't know about the love bugs, we do have a short season where we have these love bugs out there, and if you're on a motorcycle and you don't have a windscreen,
helmet on,
well, the helmet, nothing. I
was going to say yes.
So you definitely don't yawn.
Keep your mouth closed. Yeah.
Keep your mouth closed, and
I still don't know how. And we don't want to get into that too much, but I can't imagine not even wearing a helmet. And I'm not talking about accident-wise, but you're driving pretty fast. Bug hits you. It feels like it hurts.
It hurts.
I mean, even that droplet of rain, it hurts. So, when they're coming down,
Oh yeah, the rain hurts.
Stings.
Me and my dad, we left here. I came down years ago. He was going to ride with me in Rolling Thunder, which is a motorcycle rally around DC, and he was going to ride up. So I came down on my bike to ride back up with him, and we left Sebastian, got onto the on-ramp to get onto 95. It started raining. It rained for 640 miles of that motorcycle ride. Oh, my
gosh.
And I tell you what, I was on a little Harley-Davidson Sportster, and I was wet. There was not
Did you not have your rain gear on? It probably didn't matter at that point.
I don't know if I had rain gear. That was a long time ago. I can't remember if I had rain gear at the time. I know that I was completely saturated.
Yeah.
But, I mean, as part, if you're not a motorcycle rider, you don't understand. You think it's crazy. But if you ride, it's just part of the game.
Mm-hmm.
I've been on a lot of rides, not just here, all over the place, and there's going to be rain somewhere in there.
It's not a Dumb and Dumber kind of motorcycle ride. When you get wet, it's the rain. Yeah.
So any good videos that you got when you were in Jacksonville?
You know what? We kept on saying we were going to do videos, and I think Tracy did make a video, but honestly, we were so focused and checking out the areas, and they needed to be under contract before we left. And so we really just took all our time with them.
And yes, and when you have somebody, normally I try and keep showings less than 6 on a day because they start to blend together. But when we have somebody that has to buy, the mission comes first. Yep. And, we make a lot of notes and we got to get through them. So, I
was completely focused. I am a little silly and I like to have a good time because it's such a stressful time for anybody, whether you're buying or selling. So, I like to have some laughs in there and it keeps me going and it's less stress. But I was focused when it came to making sure that we saw everything that was out there in the different areas that they were looking at. So.
Yeah, and when you're doing that, everybody out there, if you're looking at a home, this is why it's so important to have a realtor that understands what you're looking for. You have to have that sit down, whether it's on the phone or in person, and go over exactly what it is that you want in a home, but also the lifestyle you want to lead. Because there's so much about it. Yes, we want to have the nice home, but especially here in Florida, it's so much about the lifestyle.
It is the amenities. What are you looking to do? And it was great because they're very outdoorsy. So, and they have kids and animals. So they want to, they want the trails. They want the kayaking was such a bonus. That was awesome. Right there, outside, their backyard.
Well, I moved down here. I bought my house down here. And it was almost, I think, 3.5 years before I actually went in and ate dinner in the dining room as opposed to in the lanai. Because we'd always eat outside. The weather's always beautiful.
Your lanai is like a whole nother house, though.
Yeah, but
your lanai is awesome. I would be out there all the time, too.
But my point is, it's about the lifestyle.
It's about the lifestyle.
And once you sit out there, it's peaceful. The weather's nice.
You've got the water.
Yeah, so it's definitely, you got to find that perfect lifestyle. And like I said, when I was choosing my house, I went out with my criteria. I wanted a 3-car garage, a double lot, and a pool. And I would have taken any one of those 3, but those were the 3 things that I was looking for. And the house that I chose, and I still love to this day, has none of those things.
That's why I always, you try to slip in a few, that may not be everything, but they, they may fit. And,
Well, we have clients, really good friends of mine. I've known them for years. And we got them into a house, and they had a criteria that they were looking for. Couldn't find it. We sat down. I said, look, think about it this way, because this is what you need for your family.
Yep.
They walked into a house. I don't think the wife made it past the threshold when she said this is the house. And they've been in that house for 8 years, and they love that house.
I love that.
So, you need somebody that's going to listen to you. Because sometimes we get so caught up when it's us buying, and there's so many factors out there, so many factors, it becomes very blurry.
It does.
So, that realtor that you trust, they can help keep you on point to make sure you get exactly what you're looking for.
And find one that cares about what and listens.
Absolutely. So we got some great properties coming on the market. I'm super excited.
We do. Before that one goes on, though, I can't, but as soon as it goes on, I'm going to go look at it. The one Ken has coming up in Vero, the only thing is I need a short-term rental.
Yeah, and again, that's where it comes into knowing the criteria, because not every property is going to allow for that. So guys, listen, once again, make sure you reach out to us. Follow us on Facebook. Go to the Nolan group. Go to the Nolan show. We have all our information. If you want to message Heather, HLewis@thenolangroup.com, cnolan@thenolangroup.com. If you want to get me, come into our office. We're right in Miracle Mile, right in Vero Beach. We're in the Bank of America building. We can't be any easier to find. So,
and we would love to chat, love to help.
Absolutely. So obviously on Tuesday nights, we're here. We're not in the office. But other than that, come on down and check us out. And we can't wait to see you. And please send in some requests. If you want to see certain areas, let us know. We'll get some videos posted. We got a lot of stuff happening. The whole team's going to get out there. I want you to meet everybody because it's not just me and Heather out there. It's the whole team. But we got to go for right now. So remember, follow us on Facebook, follow us to your new home, and we'll see you soon. Bye,
Have a great
everybody.
night.